Hello, love, and welcome back, or welcome to What I Am Seeing. Today's session is going to be a timeless general reading for the Calibrator energy type, otherwise known as the reflectors in traditional human design, which only representing 1% of the population. They are like these magical unicorns. So you have 5 different energy types. 5 energy types in human design. In quantum human design, they are the initiators, the alchemists, the time benders, the orchestrators, and the calibrators. And in traditional human design, they are the manifestors, generators, manifesting generators, projectors, and reflectors. But in this session, we're going to be specifically doing a collective reading for the Calibrator energy types, which again is only 1% of the population. If you participated in any of the other sessions, then you had the experience of us focusing on a chart for that specific reading and then doing a general reading based off of that chart. And we all have all of the chart, so something can resonate with us on some level. But we are kind of shifting a little bit to do a general reading by energy type now, collectively by energy type, instead of just a specific chart. If you don't know your energy type, if you're not sure which out of the 5 types that you are, you can run your free quantum human design chart at whatimseeing.com/free human design chart. You just need to know your birth data, like specifically what time you were born, in order to run an accurate chart. So I trust that whenever you stumble across this video, this comes across your path, that it will be something here for you. So our magical unicorn calibrator types, who represent only 1% of the population, are here to be the barometer of alignment of humanity with heart. Their quantum purpose is to mirror to others the human condition and human potential. And you'll notice a calibrator chart very easily because they have no defined centers. They have gates activated, but no defined centers. So we have our cards laid out here. We're just going to cleanse our space and cleanse the cards, removing any energies, clearing and cleansing, creating a blank, clean slate for us to tap into the collective energy of the calibrator types today to see what message Spirit has, your guides, your angels, to come through, to be transmitted and translated, that whether or not you are a calibrator type or you know and love a calibrator type, that you may feel led to share this session with, May you receive something through this transmission that brings you clarity, confirmation, a click or connection to cosmic perspective for your highest good, for your highest timeline. May it provide encouragement, peace, perspective, and be a portal to you embodying your highest human and divine potential. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, we're going to shuffle our cards and lay out our spread. Okay, love, so we have shuffled all of the cards and we have this beautiful spread out here. So let's get into the message that is coming through for you, Calibrator. So first and foremost, the overall arcing theme, the archetypal energy of the message that's coming through here is our gate 15, the gate of compassion and quantum human design. And this is coming off of the G center, the center for love, identity, direction. Again, regardless of whether or not you have this gate defined in your chart, you still have it. If it's defined, you're going to experience this energy in a more fixed and consistent way. And if it's undefined, if it's open, if it's not activated in your chart, then you're going to experience it through other people or the transits, through your relationships. So this is the energy of compassion. It's also the love of humanity and diversity. It also can be, in traditional human design, it's known as the gate of extremes. So what I feel the message here is, what I'm seeing is, what is your capacity of compassion for yourself? Do you offer that to yourself? We can't give to others what we first haven't given to ourselves in all areas of life. So, this compassion, this ability to have grace and compassion and love for yourself will transcend out into you being able to have that compassion, grace, understanding for others as well. And the overall energy here for our calibrators is, some of you are going through a deep healing, a deep transformation, and Spirit wants you to know that you're not alone. You have such an important role here on the planet, and if you don't understand your energy type, if you don't understand the role of your design and how you're operating here with having all of your centers open, by taking in so much from the collective, from the people that you're around, and you're operating in this space where you think all of that is you, it can be really difficult to human. It can be really difficult to be here on the planet. And this Keepers of the Earth card came through. You are a keeper of the earth. You literally reflect to humanity the health or the not health, the opposite of health, the sickness, the dis-ease. You are a reflection of the community, of the collective, of humanity. You have this ability in just your essence of who you are. That's what the calibrators do. They reflect back to us the condition of the collective, the condition of humanity. And that can feel like a lot, walking around, being this mirror for others. You can feel not seen, not heard, so highly sensitive. And if you don't have the awareness, the conscious awareness, the mindfulness of that energy, it can feel like you want to, it can feel like you just don't want to be here, or you want to crawl out of your skin, or do something to ease up the intensity and amplification that you're constantly feeling. It's so important to understand the rarity of your energy type and the specific unique purpose and role that you have here, and to be around people who understand that about you as well, so that way you can be in an environment that feels really good to you, because there's always going to be situations and environments that we have to be in that you don't really care for or want to experience. So if you have a place, you love where you live, you love who you're with, you have a group of people, community that you can completely feel like you're seen and understood, and let down that guard, that protective bubble that you probably feel like you constantly need to put yourself in just to go about your day in the world. It's going to be so beneficial for you. And the message here is Spirit's wanting you to know that you are not alone. You are not alone. You have ancient ancestors standing beside you, your guides, angels, the Council of Light, all of these spiritual divine beings on your behalf, as well as people here on the planet who also can understand and know your energy and what it is that you're needing, so that you can receive the support and the love that you need. So some of you are going through a great transformation. You may be aware of this, or you may not understand what is happening. Things are changing for you at a cellular level. There is deep healing going on. There are karmic contracts being released and cleared. There are, at a cellular level, you are clearing, healing, and transmuting things for your own ancestral line, and also things for things that you have been through in this incarnation, in this lifetime. You are not alone. This is the third time we've seen so far that you are not alone. You are not alone. There is a community out there, if you're not in one already, and you don't have to go through this healing and transformation process by yourself. You are on the cusp of this change, of this transformation, of this rebirth, and momentum is building for this. You are building a critical mass for you to be able to continue moving forward. Your time is coming. If it hasn't already, you are on that cusp, on that brink of getting to the other side of what it is that you're going through. You are tapping into psychic abilities. The water oracle came through. So you are tapping into your psychic abilities, your gifts, your intuitive knowingness, your ability to tap into the senses that come most easily to you. And some of you may not even be aware of that because you've always had it, but maybe you're becoming more aware of your clear audience or your clear sentience, your clear hearing, your clear sensing and feeling, your clear cognizance, your clear knowing. And so continuing to have grace and compassion for yourself during this process, the more you understand yourself and your energy, which is why I love the fact that quantum human design gives us this instant understanding and knowing of the energy dynamics at play. You have this grace and compassion for yourself that transcends into a grace and compassion for other people and the rest of the world, because you realize the energetic themes at play. You start taking things less personally. You start giving yourself permission to give to yourself whatever it is that you need. So, out of our Wild Mystic deck, this cunning, this fox came through, and this love card came through. And I actually wanted to look up, I felt led to, again, we're going to look up the fox card, but this love coincides with this compassion, love for yourself, more love, more grace, more compassion, more understanding, more giving to yourself what you need, because nobody else can give that to you. You are permitted to take care of yourself, especially during this time of deep healing, deep clearing, deep transformation, when you don't know when it's going to end or what's on the other side of it. You get to give to yourself what you need during this moment. The swan here. Maybe some of you have been dreaming about swans or seeing swans, and let that be a symbol of love, infinite, endless, unconditional love, compassion, grace. Letting love be your guide. What would love do? And this fox card, let me offer you a different perspective. When we think about a fox, right? What is the conditioned response, or the typical collective conditioned response is sly, cunning, sneaky, right? But let me offer you a different perspective here from our Wild Mystic. The fox card in this deck represents a tactical and knowledgeable person, one who prefers words over action. The fox is stealthy and clever, and the fox card might be urging subtlety and tact in pursuing your goals. A heavy hand is not always necessary, and the fox card encourages this refinement and delicacy. And for me, that I'm seeing this ties so beautifully into this compassion and love, this delicacy, this need to slow down, create space, give yourself the time that you need. The calibrators, you need time for every decision. You need time, and you live in a world that is so hectic and frantic and busy and noisy and loud. And if you're a calibrator type and you've been operating in the world, being spontaneous and in the moment and just making these decisions based off of all of the things that you're taking in and amplifying, and you don't know or have the awareness of where you begin and another ends, or where another ends and you begins, it can be really difficult to make decisions that are in your best and highest good, to make those choices, because it's like trying to hear clearly a message through the frequency that has all of the static, or when the old school, I'm getting a vision of the old school television sets, the kind that you had to like turn the dial, and it had an antenna, and like if you turned it, you only got so many channels, and if you turned it, there would be that snow, on the screen, and you would just hear that sound. So it's like trying to see a clear picture and in between the snow, and trying to hear clearly in between all that static and all that noise. And how you make decisions, calibrator, is you need sounding boards. You need to talk and just have somebody listen to you without giving you more input, without giving you more advice, without giving you answers and solutions. You just need to be able to talk to someone, so that way the more you talk, the more clarity comes. It's kind of the same for our orchestrator types, except you need, truthfully, by design, it's supposed to be allowing yourself to do that process over an entire lunar cycle, so an entire 28 to 29 days, for you to be able to talk out and hear yourself process and reflect, to be able to come to a clear conclusion or decision or solution or answer for yourself. And there may not be, obviously there may not be things that you like do that with for every area and every decision in your life. But I would encourage you for the bigger ones, it's like you don't need 28 days to decide on what paint color to paint your walls or what restaurant you want to go out to eat at. But when it comes to the bigger things for yourself, the more time, the more space that you can give yourself, the better for you. That serves your highest good. So what came through with our Keepers of Light here is ascension for you. Again, you're going through this transformation. Serapis Bay, ascension. You're going through this transformation, this deep healing. You are ascending. You are going to that next level of your evolution. You are moving more into your true self. You are going to rise above this period of time that feels really dark, really heavy for you, and the light is here. You will rise above and get through and move through this darkness that you're feeling, this heaviness. There is beautiful ascension, expansion on the other side. And the more that you lean into this time, this season, this cycle, it's actually the quicker you move through to the other side, by not resisting and by surrendering to the process and by really understanding what it is that you're going through and experiencing. Lord Ganesh, this infinite abundance spirit, wants you to know that obstacles are being removed. This is only temporary. This cycle, this season, this what you're going through is just temporary. You have support. You have support. You're not alone. This is like the 4th time that you've been told you're not alone. You have spiritual allies. You have support. You're seen. You're not forgotten. Your connections in your community are increasing. This is a time and an opportunity for you to rewire your nervous system, to give yourself what it is that you need to recalibrate, to come back to center. This card, this healing mantra says, I find strength in surviving my traumas. And it's not just about surviving, it's healing, clearing, it's actually holding, coming back to wholeness, remembering yourself, the truth of who you are, that you're not getting so lost and caught up in the human story and the experience that you're having. But remember, there's a bigger picture, a bigger plan, a bigger perspective, this cosmic perspective, this divine plan overall, and that you are here on the planet helping humanity by you understanding how you're operating in physical form, giving yourself what you need when you need it. It can be really difficult because sometimes people don't want to look in the mirror. And if you're walking around this planet as a mirror, number one, if you don't have that awareness, how difficult is that? The most important thing is to have awareness of that energy. Allow yourself to start to explore what that means. Like, you can step back and observe. You don't even have to fully integrate and comprehend, I'm a mirror, what does that mean? But just step back and look as the observer. See what it feels like when you're around a certain group of people, how certain people treat you. Start to play and explore and experiment with asking yourself, is this mine? Start to explore and experiment with making it a everyday question for yourself of an awareness of, is what I'm picking up, is what I'm feeling, is what I'm experiencing mine? Or is it this room of people that I'm in? How do you feel when you're alone? How do you feel in your environment, in your space? versus how you feel when you're around people. And then, are you around the right people? So back to what I was saying about being this mirror. Sometimes the people that you're around don't want to look in the mirror. They don't want to look at themselves. It's too hard, too painful. They don't want to face certain things. And that's why we have, a lot of society that find it easier to avoid and numb out or replace going to the depths to replace dealing with the shadow or working with the shadow and rather just put their time and focus into something else. You're walking around being that reflection of the health of the environment that you're in. And if that's not looking too healthy, it's looking toxic or sickly, and nobody has that awareness of like, oh, maybe this is something that I need to look at in myself. And then it's looking like that's you when you're just really reflecting back the condition of the environment that you're in. That can create a lot of confusion and misunderstanding. So, and that can feel like a lot for you. So it's like, so my question is, I'm wondering, do you have this awareness? How much better would it be? How much more compassion would other people have, the world have, if they understood how the Calibrator's energy worked and what was actually happening when we were in your presence? It would be incredible to have all of this conscious awareness and mindfulness around that. And what if more people understood what it was like for you to operate in the world? Making up 1% of the population has got to be so extremely difficult because there is such a story around people not understanding, not seeing, not getting it, and you feeling isolated, alone. And all of your openness is not a weakness. I want to make that very clear. You are a powerful being. I mean, think about it. You're taking in and amplifying everybody else's energy. That's a lot. So it's so important for you to realize that at the end of every day or throughout the day, you doing whatever you need to do to nurture and nourish yourself, to discharge all of that energy you're taking in, whether that looks like taking a nap, grounding yourself, drinking a lot of water, putting your feet in the grass, crystals, mantras, whatever it is, meditation, yoga, body movement of some sort, animals, whatever it is that you need to help yourself clear that energy, to ground back down into your body, to come back to yourself, to recalibrate, to come back to center, to come back and bring all of you into coherence. This other mantra came through, dispelling sadness. Think of it, if you're constantly taking in and taking on all of the energies from everybody else, it can feel so heavy, so exhausting, so depleting. So this says, I will feel better once you get the rest that you need. I will feel better once I get the rest that I need. Give that to yourself. And the angel message, the angel oracle message that came through was creativity, 3-3. Have you been seeing threes? I've been seeing a lot of threes actually lately. 3-3, 3-3-3. This card is about, again, creativity. So you're going through this healing, clearing, transformation. You are on the cusp of moving to this next level, maybe coming out of this void and into expansion, into elevation, into your next cycle, your next greatest marker and point on the timeline of your life. This says, when you tap into the creative energy within, you unlock the richness of your inner being and bring your vision to life. Allow your heart to open, let your emotions flow, and give voice to your soul. Embrace the freedom to express yourself fully, for this is where true magic and creativity are born. This is where true magic and creativity are born. So all of this work, and as we move into the tarot message here that we got, all of this work that you're doing is leading you somewhere good. So I just want to emphasize that. I feel that Spirit is wanting you to understand and to anchor in that all of this is for a bigger purpose. It is for your human growth and your soul growth. Everything that you've gone through, that you are going through, has a purpose. Nothing is wasted. So in our tarot spread, there's a lot of major arcana cards came out. So major life themes that ties into the first card. The themes, the temperance card. This is alchemy. This is balancing. It's the yin and the yang. It's, which I love. At the heart of the situation is the magician. So these two cards play so well. You are Calibrator. You are in the midst of, again, maybe feeling like you're in this void space. Give yourself the grace, the compassion, the understanding, the time that you need to allow your healing process, allow this transmutation and transformation to fully take hold and to fully be integrated and embodied. You are moving through whatever this is. It feels really big. It feels like you have come to this like culmination point of this big generational, ancestral healing that you came here to do on behalf of your generational line. And in turn, that's going to look like a huge shift and transformation for the collective, for the planet, by you having the strength, the endurance, the resilience, the perseverance to do this for yourself. Ultimately, it's being done for the world. And so you are the magician. You have so much power within you. As within, so without. As above, so below. You are co-creating this life, this existence. You have the power to transform and change the world by the work that you're doing for yourself and what you're creating and what you're birthing. And something amazing is on the other side. You are not alone. You have all of the things that you need here. You have all of the things that you need at your disposal. Infinite abundance. You have everything within you, and you have everything on the material plane that you need, and you have the support. You are from the people in your life that are either already in your life or that are going to be coming into your life, and 100% from your spirit allies, your spirit team, from spirit guides, the universe, your angels. And you may feel like there are some of you who I feel like this came through the challenge. I feel like there are some of you who are feeling like, I don't want to start again, or I've started over so many times, whether that's a new job, a new relationship. Like you've had many tower moments, many deaths and rebirths, and you may feel exhausted and tired and feel like you don't want to start again. But the message here is this is different. This is something even though you may feel like you've gone around the same mountain, or I've been here, done that. Some of you with the gate 35 defined in your chart are like, can feel jaded and feel like that gate 35 can feel jaded. It's like, I've been there, I've done that. Oh my gosh, like I don't have the energy to put into this thing or go through that again. But this is different. This is a new beginning. It's a brand new adventure. This is a different path that's going to lead you to a different trajectory. Let go. Trust in the support that you have to be carefree and to fall into the arms of the divine, of the support that you have. Trusting this new path, this new process, trusting what's on the other side. What's incoming for you is this Seven of Pentacles. When I see sevens, I feel this divine guidance. Again, time to put the energy into planting what it is that you want to come to fruition and manifestation. Again, calibrators, you need time in a world that tries to convince you that there's not enough time. You need to do this now, act now, get this now, buy this now, instant gratification. And patience is a virtue, and your patience will pay off. And others observing your ability to see how you operate differently, how you work differently in the world. Those who are able to dial into that and tune into that are going to notice, and it's going to be empowering for them to do the same, to be able to slow down and also cultivate the patience to nurture, to put the time and effort, and to know what to put the time and effort and energy into to nurture, because not everything deserves our time and energy and effort. It needs to be those things that are truly in resonance, those things that truly feel aligned. And the advice coming through with the 6 being the Lovers, another major theme, I feel like some of you, this does mean a relationship, that all of this healing, all of this clearing, all of this transformation, all of this transmutation, all of this, you're not alone, you're building, you're calling in people, love for yourself, love for others, that you are calling in a partner, that you're calling in a relationship that's going to meet you equally on the same vibrational frequency, that you are rising your vibration, increasing your frequency, and calling in others that are going to meet you at that same emotional intelligence, at that same level of awareness and consciousness, to be able to come together in true partnership. I feel like some of you, it is a relationship, and not getting lost in this relationship, not losing yourself in your relationships, whether it be romantic or business or friendships or any type of relationship, that you're not going to lose yourself, because again, you have the conscious awareness of knowing what it is that you're experiencing, where you begin and end and another begins and ends, and you're not becoming so enmeshed that you're able to let go of the past. That is one of the things that is difficult for you, Calibrator, is the enmeshment that happens because you are taking in all of the essence and energy of another person, and it can feel really hard to let go of people and the things that no longer serve you as well. So knowing that you are calling in, or that's what's coming in for you, is these more aligned relationships. And this could even be, again, this can even be more aligned work that you're doing in the world. I feel and see something coming in that is going to be more of this vibrational match from you elevating and expanding into this new frequency, this new growth and evolution, and being able to make decisions that, coming from a place of wisdom, this Queen of Swords, being able to slow down, step back. She has the cups down here, which represents emotions. She has this locked up. There's this wisdom and confidence of not making an emotional decision, but truly taking the time to step back, to contemplate, to think, to really perceive, to maybe again talk out and have that sounding board, to make the decisions that are from a very grounded, very centered place, and not out of emotions or this frenetic, frantic energy pressured to make the decision now, but this very wise, discerning, aligned ability, confidence and competence to know what is right for you and to be able to make those decisions. And so whatever it is, whether it's relationship or again a new job opportunity or collaborating with someone, to make this to give yourself the time. And if somebody is pressuring you and saying that, if they're not understanding the way that you operate, the way that you work, if they're not honoring your needs, instant sign that that is not your person, and that is not your thing, and that is not your opportunity. And trust that something, by you saying no and standing in your worth and value, that something better and more aligned will come. Because when you create space and you clear out and you let go of that energy, that thing, material things, people, relationships, things that are no longer feeling good and aligned to you, you are absolutely creating space for something bigger and better to come into your life, to support you, to be the thing that you didn't even know that you needed. Trust that you can let go and that you can release, and that something better and bigger is coming in for you. So as we wrap up this session, love, we're going to pull, or we have pulled, a card from this Sacred Rebel deck. You are going through something huge right now, and I'm just, people don't even know what it is that you're actually going through, the depth that you're going through it, and you're not alone. You're not alone. You are loved, you are supported, you are seen. Something amazing is going to be on the other side of this. Something you're creating, or something you're going to be a part of. Something that is going to shift, actually shift humanity in some way, shape, or form. It's that powerful, it's that big. You have that much power. You have that much ability. You are precious, and you need people in your life to understand your energy, the way that you operate and form, and the purpose that you have here. So I love that the last message to wrap up, to kind of anchor and cinch up this reading, is for you to trust yourself. And that we started out with this, you being the keeper of the earth, surrounded by all the animals and elements, and trust yourself. And look at this beautiful card. Look at all, literally every animal, nature. You even have the support of the animal kingdom. What animals have you been dreaming about or have been crossing your path? That's a message for you. I have this, one of my favorite books is the Shaman's Guide to Power Animals. I think that's what it's called. So if you've been seeing, it's such an amazing book to go to if you've been dreaming about, or an animal or something crosses your path. So we'll share that link with you if you'd like to have that book as well. Trust yourself. You are wise. You know how to grow even without knowing how you know. Like the ancient forest, spectacular galaxies, and the acorn that becomes the oak. There is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason. It just happens. At the deepest levels, we are governed by this force that is so palpable, it literally shapes the world. At the same time, it is so invisible that sometimes we forget its presence and worry that our minds have to work everything out for life to happen and for us to be all right. We can become unnecessarily anxious about our affairs and how life will unfold. This oracle brings the message that you are growing. Our whole message of what we've talked about. You really are. Don't doubt it. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground. So much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground. Below the earth, it is summoning up all the might, power, and force that it needs to push above the topsoil and burst up into the light. It is essential for anything good to happen later on, yet we don't see any of that. We just have to trust that things will happen when the time is right. You are also being asked to trust in yourself. You know how to grow. Don't overthink things, it won't help you. Don't worry so much. You are doing a great job at this game of life. When you trust yourself, you relax, and you can heed your own wisdom, insight, and messages much more clearly and easily. This oracle comes with particular guidance. You have big destiny in this lifetime and much to experience. Sometimes you make the error of judging something that is unpleasant as a negative or a mistake. It isn't. It's just part of your great hunger for experience. It doesn't mean you have to have a lot of it, but when you do, don't shame yourself for it. Compassion. Simply let it be. Maybe it's just fertilizer for your next step on the path. It's all part of your life process, and it is all a sign of growth. This oracle is also telling you to not resist any points of instability in your life. This even applies to your most treasured relationships or creative projects. That instability is just a growing pain because more consciousness, more love, and more light wants to infiltrate and pervade all parts of your life. The instability is not a sign of sickness, but of growth. So don't fret. Instead, choose to flow and grow. Oh, I love this. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful message that ties everything up so beautifully. So there's a healing process that comes with this deck. So if you feel led to do this, you can go ahead and close your eyes and relax for a moment. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Let your awareness drift away from worries and day-to-day matters and settle instead on the feeling of warmth inside your body. Then slowly imagine, sense, and feel or perceive that you have an acorn in your hand. See the acorn. You are standing in nature as sunrise breaks, flooding the horizon with color and light. As you hold the acorn up to the light of the rising sun, something magical happens. Out of the acorn, a hologram shines forth. It is a blueprint of this entire being that is yet to be. You see an acorn in that hologram, but you also see a marvelous oak tree. You see the wildlife that will support and be supported by that tree. the ecosystem of which it is a part. You see yourself holding the acorn up to the rising sun. You see seasons demarcated as rings of time within the trunk of the tree. You see the passing lives of many people that enjoy the oak tree through its long life. Place the acorn down on the ground as the sun continues to rise. Imagine, if you will, kneeling and touching your forehead lightly to the earth in reverence for the genius of growth. That same genius lives within you. In your own time, you can open your eyes and go about your day. You have completed your healing process. Thank you, beautiful Calibrator, for your presence on the planet, for who you are. You are so needed. Thank you for signing up to be the reflection so that we can see humanity clearly and see what needs to be healed, aligned, and brought to our awareness to step more fully into the fullness of who we are, to bring to remembrance that truth that we've forgotten, that's gotten clouded and blocked. Thank you for being the moving, walking, talking mirror for us, for all humanity, for the collective. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for having the courage to heal and to face the things that are arising within you in your own life, so that way it can also be done and brought to the collective. May you have more love and compassion and grace for yourself every day. So love, I just feel led to, this feels so big what you're going through, and as just an added layer of support and love and affirming and confirming that you're not alone, I just want to extend some Reiki healing to you for whatever it is that you're going through, that you receive this and allow it to continue to work within you throughout the rest of your day or your night as you sleep. Using our rose quartz Reiki symbol, tapping into the infinite, unconditional love of spirit, of the divine, of the cosmos, of the universe. Tapping into this healing energy now, transmitting this loving, healing energy that knows where it needs to go. Receiving it now. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Seiki, seiki, seiki. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Transcending time and space. On Shaza Shonen, On Shaza Shonen, On Shaza Shonen. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Just take that in, love. Relax. Release. Receive. Relax, release, receive. You are not alone. Okay, love. You are all set to either continue on with your day or to sink into a deep sleep, to wake up tomorrow renewed, refreshed, and reknown. May you remember, you are love, you are light, You are love. I know who you are in truth. I know what you are in truth. I know how you serve in truth. You are free, you are free, you are free. I am you. You are me. And we are one.